Hi, my name is Reese Hill, and today I'm going to be showing you how I like to draw with gel pens. So right now I am drawing a pumpkin with the gel pens and highlighters that I like to use when I draw with my left hand. I'm not left-handed, but I like to draw with my left hand to make certain types of art. So here I use different layers of gel pens. I start with the lighter colors usually, like I did the green and the pink, and now I use the highlighter to fill it in more. And I can make purples out of the blue and the pink as I'm adding the blue there to create shadow on the pumpkin and leaving the yellow without much lines in the center to make it look like it's glowing. The reason I started drawing with my left hand when I'm not left-handed is I was trying to get at something kind of cool. I was watching this show and there was a character who had dyslexia, and I was like, it'd be interesting to consider left-handedness in a piece. So here I'm now adding the shadows around it, and I'm really a fan of contrast and color and lightness. So I'm adding the darker areas with I go in with the black and the purple and the blue around the edges, and I leave the center. I do add lines in the lighter area too because it makes it look really scratchy. I've kind of been drawing all my life. It's just something I really like to do. But yeah, I really like this method because it's just kind of fun. I just keep going in with the lines and adding more, and it's kind of a meditative sort of thing. But here the pumpkin comes and you can finally tell it's a pumpkin. And next, I am going to be drawing a creepy looking skull. Another way using the left hand comes in handy is it really makes me think about what I'm drawing while I'm drawing it, because generally when I use my right hand I like to sketch things and I take a while to plan them out, and I'm not afraid to make mistakes, but with my left hand I really have to be concentrating on what I'm doing, especially using the ink, because there's no way to go back and fix it. So as I was drawing this I almost drew ears on the skull, and I thought, skulls don't have ears. So that was a close one. First I go in with the lighter, and then I go in with the shadow a little bit, and then I start to color in with the darker gel pens again. This is my second year taking AP art, and last year I was really focused on realism and doing portraits of people. I wanted to take the class again because it's so self-driven and I could focus on what I wanted to focus on while still really doing a lot of work. This year what I'm doing instead of the drawing portfolio is the 2D design portfolio, and that also gives me more room to experiment with getting out of my comfort zone of realism. As I go forward in the AP art year, I'm hoping there's more themes I can explore with this method, and the Halloween stuff is turning out well with this method because of how creepy it kind of turns out and scratchy. One thing that I think is really fun that I'm doing right now is I'm really into Star Trek. I like to paint the Star Trek, like, obscure people in uniform in places they shouldn't be. I just think it's something kind of fun, and what I really like about AP art is it gives you the freedom to do art about whatever you want, from drawing pumpkins and skulls with your non-dominant hand to putting Star Trek characters at a campfire where they shouldn't be. I think it's a really fun thing to experiment with too if you want to work with colors or contrasts or just different materials to layer highlighters together. It's a little weird, but I think it's fun.